Hello, happy pajama party. So we are live in the Crafty Bunch pajama party. We do this once a month on the last Friday of the month. And so come on in, bring your popcorn. Don't throw too many pillows. Don't jump too high off of the bed and get hurt, okay? I don't want any of that stuff going on. So we are going to have some fun today. And this time, so this is all the people are going to be in the Crafty Bunch over on Facebook. I am streaming to both YouTube and to Facebook. So if you hear me, commenting to something and you don't see, that's why. And then this is hostessed. That's not even a real word. Our hostess for the evening is Nicole from Adoria Creations. So thanks, Nicole. Thanks for that. Thank you, Mama P, for having our group where we can come together and do all kinds of fun things. We sure appreciate that. Thanks. I see Nicole got me shared in. So tonight, so one item we are supposed to feature in our projects for pajama party night. It's a challenge. You guys, it's a challenge, and we have to, get that worked in. And so this month we have beach. Something to do with the beach is what we have to work in this time. Hi, Linda. Oops, I thought I was turning sound off and I turned it on. So this, and you have to wear some pajamas. I got some pajamas on. Can you see? They're like little moon and stars. Little moon and stars. So I got my pajamas on. I think last month I forgot to put my pajamas on. I had clothes on, don't get me wrong, but I forgot to get the pajamas on. I almost did today too. I'm like thinking, oh, I gotta get ready. It's almost time. And then I ran in there and then I was putting something else on and I'm like, wait, it's pajama party night. So we gotta do that, right? So I'm gonna put us down here. We're gonna do some beachy things. You guys like to do some beachy things? And I've made an entire collection for tonight. You don't think I could just do one beachy thing, do you? So let me show you what we're gonna do. I'm gonna put you down here. How many of you like going to the beach? Is that a fun thing you like to do? One, do you live close enough that you can go to the beach anywhere? Where I grew up, that was not a thing. I grew up in Denver. There were not very many beaches. And then I was surprised, like at some point, we lived a lot of different places. We lived places close to the coast and where there was beach and stuff. And that was so fun. I really did enjoy that. And then when we moved back to Denver, and then we moved to Minnesota. And I couldn't believe, with all the water and stuff that's up there, that they actually have, a lot of lakes that have some good amount of beach. So you didn't even have to think that you were off to the ocean or anything, right? So so that is a fun thought, right? Don't you just, if you've ever been, it's just so relaxing and it's just such a great feeling. And don't you kind of long to go back there? Yes, Linda, there's beaches everywhere where you are. In fact, when we moved to where you are for a short amount of time, I thought I was lost all the time because everywhere you turned there was water. And I wasn't used to that. I was used to mountains are on the west. So wherever you go, if there's mountains on the west, or mountains, that's the west. So yes, Sue, where you are, lots of beaches, same thing. I know. So it's fun. You don't even have to think about going somewhere that. And when a couple of our grandkids were little, we had lots of places with, those lake beaches. And so lots of fun memories of that. Let's see. So Diane says she's in her beach pajamas. She just got home. Well, are they really beach pajamas? Oh, wouldn't that be fun if we could have had something that was like beachy themed pajamas. I didn't have anything like that. That would have been super fun. I gotta get going. Here I am just blabbing along. You guys are probably like, come on, get with it. Get with it, lady. Okay, let me put you down here to the desktop. Okay, I've got a Seaside Getaway. Oh my gosh, is this too fun? I got some little buildings here. Oh, imagine, little buildings. So I've got some little buildings here. things that you might find. We got a little cottage, a bake shop, ice cream, a little gift shop, boardwalk gift shop, a little lighthouse, a lifeguard station, a little cabana, and then a little probably like just a little place out on the pier. Could be like a little fishing shack out there. So we've got that. And then a whole little collection of little tiny postcards. These things would be great to cut apart and layer little, I'm calling them story layers. And even though these aren't very big, I mean, a lot of times you just want something that's tiny with a little bit of wording. And so that's fun. You guys, I really hope that I could just get all kinds of this cut out. I was going to use my hardly ever used Brother Scan and Cut and put it to use, and I just didn't get done in time. So we've got some fun things here. Now a lot of these, I thought that these might almost be too small, but you know, sometimes you might want something a little bit small, right? And these things are a little bit bigger in scale, and I've given you things to where if you don't want to do little tiny fussy cutting of small little shells and stuff, then I've still got some, you know, like more like cluster things to where you don't have to mess around with doing little individual cuts. And then we've got some friends to put in our scenes. And then some really basic kinds of things. Now these, I just printed these. I did not tell it that I wanted it borderless, and so these gave me this. But you know what? I think I can cut these up and use them for tags or whatever. I did not print double-sided, and so I've got lots of things to cut up and use for tags or memory decks cards. What else can we do with them? ATC cards, lots of things. To even take some of these and just cut out little sections and use them just like that. That would be fun. So I've got several scenes here, and then a map, another scene here, kind of off to the side. We've got a little fishing pier here. This is kind of fun. And you guys, these, and I forgot to tell you, one of the reasons why I usually try to make some bigger things is not always to, you know, cut them up. It's so that if you want to use them like in a junk journal, you can print them like that, and then you've got some full pages that you can use for some junk journals. Hi Pam, hi Martha, Karen's here, Diane, who else? Hang on just a second. And then this, and there's this one, and this is the one I did use my borderless printing, so it'll bleed off the side. And you guys, even using that, look, it left me the tiniest little piece, and I just did it on both sides. We're going to make a folio. That was what I said we were going to do, and I'm going to quit talking and get busy. But you know, that way you can still, and this one would be fun just to use on the back. You can print any of them, you know, back to back, whatever you want to do. But this one I'm just going to use for my folio, inside and out. And then I'm just going to use the other pieces to decorate and have fun with. And this one, you guys, this is a freebie. It's on my page. It's in my Shopify store. But this one is for all of you to have some fun too. So this is a freebie from today. And so you can thank Nicole because she was the inspiration for beach today. So you guys, we've got people, we've got our village friends. I cannot hardly keep from calling them the village people. Village friends. And we're going to have some fun. And we've got all kinds of places that they can go in our village. So we're going to just get going, make us a folio, have some fun. And I'm going to try to keep you all off of the beds jumping too high, okay? What snacks did you guys bring? I want to know. Yeah, Linda, anywhere in a bridge or tunnel. No kidding. Exactly. Hi, Missy. Guys. So what we're going to do with this, let me trim off this little edge here. Or you know what, I could leave it, but that's going to bug me. I'll cut it off and then I won't have to worry about it. Ta-da, it's done. Okay. I know, I could hardly, village friends. They're the village friends. Okay, so now, how much do we want to lap over? You know, I think I want at least 4, you know, a lot of things we make are like, you know, could be like a 4x6, right? So I want to make sure that I have at least 4 inches. Why did I turn my thing upside down? There's never any telling. Never. Okay, so this, if this is 11 and I do 4 and 4, that's 8, and that's 3 inches to like fold over. That could look nice. I might make this a tiny bit more than 4 though, just a tad, just because. Then I've got a little bit of room. So I'm just going to, yeah. What am I doing? Kettle corn. Missy's got some kettle corn. Yum. Did you get that at the beach? Okay. Or did you get it at the beach and bring it to our pajama party? Okay, so now this one, I'm going to look right here, and I'm going to line this up, and I'm going to do just a tiny bit, so I've still got room for my score. And we're not going to just leave this flat. That would be boring. Except that won't go through with that folded. I can tell it wasn't even touching the paper. Okay, so I got to see where this is, but I want it to go the other way. So I'm going to fold it back the other direction. Okay, so that'll make a nice little folio. It could have maybe been a little bit smaller, but hang on a second. What's going on here? Well, I don't have a lot. I must have bumped something and it's kind of tight. Okay, now what I'm thinking is I don't want to just have a plain flat thing, but let's find where the center is here. So if this is 8.5, I need 4 1/4, and I'm just going to make a tiny little mark. Maybe I'm going to try and make a tiny little mark. Okay, now I'm just going to take something that is a look, that does not look right. What in the world? Oh, that's because it's not right. I'm glad I caught that. That was not right. Okay, so this is going to be kind of the center, and I want just a little bit of a curve. So I'm going to mark this. I'm going to make it fancy. A cheater's way to fancy. How about that? Now, I want to kind of line this up because I'm going to use my grid to kind of keep this thing a little bit straight. I don't even know if that makes sense. So I'm just going to do a little bit of a curve here. There's no telling what I'm doing. And then I'm just going to pull it over and do it here. Now, how far did that go? That's about 3/4 of an inch. Okay, so we'll put that here and then pull this one over here the same way. So it's down a little bit and over. Okay, so we've made a little bit more of a decorative edge instead of just making it flat. Okay, and we'll just snip this off. You guys like when I show you my interesting ways to do things? Hi Daryl, how are you? Okay, so we just used something that had a little bit of a curve to it, and then, you know, just kind of divided it up and moved it over. So now we've got an interesting little shape. I was thinking that that would be a little bit lower over here, and I still could do that. I could still like put this over here and do a little bit lower and just pull it over. But if I start doing all this, we're gonna spend all of our time making a curve on the outside edge. Okay, so there we go. We've got that. But I would have liked it a little bit smaller there, but you know, that's okay. It's gonna work, right? Okay, so let's find something in here and make our first little flap. I like to have, let's make a little flap for the center that tips up. And you know what? We could just use one of our full pages. Let's see what we like. Maybe we'll use another one that's got some water or a map, or what are we going to use? There's all kinds of stuff. Oh, this would become pretty. If we use like this part here, you know what? I bet there's, you know what? I know what we're going to do. We're going to do one from the bottom and one from the top and use this because this is kind of plain. And with that being a little bit plain, then we've still got lots of room that we can play around and add some other goodies onto it. How's that sound? I'm so busy getting ready. I just realized I'm hungry. Talking to you guys about snacks. Edit Cape Cod. Wait, beach snack dish. Saltwater taffy. Yeah, oh my goodness. Now you can get that at the boardwalk, right? That little gift shop probably has some saltwater taffy. That'd be fun. How many of you live near enough to go somewhere to the beach this summer? Or when is your favorite time to go to the beach? Do you like to go in the summer or, you know, a different time? Oh, Missy, you're planning to go to South Padre in May next year. That'd be fun. That's fun. The first time I ever went down to Galveston was, oh my goodness, it was either in late January or the first part of February. So, you know, it was not super warm, but we had a fun time. We had not been before. Now, you know, there's a problem to this plan. Well, no, we can do this a different way. I'll show you. So let's make this, I'm going to go ahead and I'll cut it at 4. And our fold is a little bit less than 4, so that should be a nice fit. We'll have plenty of room in here. Just like this. Now, because, yeah, see, I printed this so it ran off the page, and now that I cut off all the white parts of this, you know, and if I wouldn't have, I could have turned those up and used those. Well, I know what we're going to do. Okay, so let's cut this so at least our sailboat is still on there. Don't you love my plan? I just was going to get on here and play. So I think that's a success, right? Hi, Liz. You'd rather go to the lake. Well, that is a totally different thing, right? Going to the lake, the water is usually a lot calmer for the most part. Now, I'm going to take this and I'm going to score it at about 3/8 of an inch. In my estimation, 3/8 of an inch will give you enough room to do a score and or to bend it and make a tiny little glue flap. And I'm just going to glue it flat on here like this at the bottom. So that's going to be my glued tab, is like that. It's going to just live there on the outside. I'm not going to do anything. So Karen says, when they lived in New Jersey, I gotta read this. She was a block from the ocean, and she loved walking the beach in the winter. Listen, when we lived in Norfolk, we lived barely, just, I don't know. It was probably about a block. I think we lived, there was a street, the main street that ran along the beach. We were right there, close. I did not go. I was very large and pregnant. And Steve was gone most of the time. I spent most of the time we lived there by myself in an apartment. And there were some ladies. Luckily, there were ladies there near. And so it didn't seem quite so lonely. Okay, so we can make a little thing here. What are we going to do up here? We should put something up here. And we don't have to have all of that. You know, you just dream it up as you go. You guys, don't ever be afraid to try stuff. You know, sometimes I've done really odd thing. The Ocean View Avenue. Is that what runs? That sounds really familiar. Is that what runs along the ocean, Linda, right there? Sounds super familiar. I couldn't tell you what street. We were off of some main street. One time I tried to look at, at Google Maps and look at stuff, and I just could not really figure out where we were. I know we did not live far from where there had previously been I'm going to overlap this a little bit. There had been an amusement park right there, and I don't remember if that amusement park was still right there while we were there or not, but I know they later used it in a movie and tore it down. That would have been fun. A little amusement park there. Lots of places have a bit of an amusement area on a pier or somewhere like that. Let's try these. You know me, I don't like these sharp corners. Just snip a tiny bit off. Just a tiny, tiny bit. Yes, in Norfolk. Okay. I wish I knew what that street was that we lived off of. Some main drag. We just lived in this little building that they had apartments. It was this square brick building, and they had 4 apartments on each side, 4 on the front and then 4 on the back, and then there was a townhouse on one end. And I thought that was a really interesting setup. Okay, now let's see if we have some fun little things we can just put along there. I don't know. Now that I did that, that seems ridiculous. And then I was thinking, how about a piece of lace? Well, that seems silly too. I don't know. Sometimes I plan as I go, or I don't really plan. That's the problem. I just do it. Oh, I know. Let's find... Oh, I know. I know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to put some more sky right there. Oh, even better. I know what I'm going to do. Norfolk, Virginia. Oh, yeah, Liz. Exactly. Norfolk, Virginia. Okay. We're going to fix this problem. We'll just make another little thing from here and put it part way down. We'll make it a little bit like a little waterfall element. Now, this bird is in kind of a little awkward spot, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut the little bird off. It's not going to give us a very big spot, but it'll be enough. And so let's go ahead and just do our same little tiny cut, teeny tiny rounding of a corner. Harrison Fishing Pier. That doesn't sound familiar to me at all. I did no fishing while I was there. No fishing. One of the funniest things I remember when we were there was I rode up to Philadelphia with some other ladies that were wives. And so we were going to sign up for base housing. So I rode up there with them. And so then, you know, they asked how many were in your family, if you have any children or whatever. Here I am, giant and pregnant, and I say no. And one of the gals who's got like a whole passel of children, she goes, "No, you can't say that. You're getting ready to have a baby. You can't say you don't have any." I go, "Well, I don't have any now." She goes, "You're going to have one very soon." She goes, "Yes, you say yes." I'm like, "Oh, okay." I'm just like, it kind of made a big difference in the size of place we got. So there was that. Okay, look, I fixed it. There we go. Now we got two things. Look, it almost looks like I meant to do that, doesn't it? Oh, what a save. What a save, you guys. What a save. Okay, look at that. Okay, now, I don't know, what should we put? Oh, I know. Let's find the little, in the freebie, there is a great little cottage, the little sea cottage that's in the freebie. Let's use that. Oh, I only have a few pages to thumb through here. Will it fit? That's perfect. You guys, that's perfect to go on there. What else should we put with it? Oh, we could put something. Oh, let's put one of these on here. That'll be fun. Oh, I think I'm going to have to use scissors and cut this out. And cap my glue. Cap the glue. Oh, Liz, you were there last year. Oh, I remember when you went there last year. I think you told us that, right? Didn't you? We'll just kind of go around the edge here and not worry about how it is. Maybe just a little bit of a... Oh, this is really going to be wonky now that I did that. And it's okay. It's okay, it's still going to work. Whoops! Oh, maybe. Is it going to be too wide now? Oh, a little bit too wide. Well, dang it. Let's go ahead and trim a little bit off. We'll have to do it. We'll have to actually trim it now. We'll kind of straighten. We'll just straighten it a little bit. And then we might still make it a little bit wavy. Oh, that's okay. I don't like the top, and you can always, it's always easier to take more off, right? Kind of even it up a little bit. As much as you can call that even out. And let's ink it up a little. And you guys, all my crafty friends here who have told us about these, the little makeup brushes from the Dollar Tree. How cool is that? Oh, I should have gotten out a blue. Dang it. I've got some pretty blue inks. And I did not do it. It's okay. I'll probably make another one. Don't you suppose? Oh, look at that. Isn't that sweet? Okay, so before we glue it down, let's see what else we want to use. I did like, I kind of like the Salty Air Happy Heart. I like that. That'll be cute. Let's use that one. Sometimes I'll grab out a pair of scissors and then whatever I'm doing with them, I say, that seems large or that seems too small. And I'm sitting looking for another one, right? Well, that is way too small. And I don't see my little yellow handled ones. They're probably under the pile over here that still needs to be put away. Full disclosure, everything is a mess. I don't really, you know, these are those, sorry Tim Holtz, but these are not my favorite scissors. I don't like the way the handles feel. They're like constricting. I don't know, there's just something I don't really, they just don't fit as well. Okay, so we've got that. I could put this here. That'd be cute. Let's find some other stuff to use. What else can we put? I feel like we need at least 3 things on here. Oh, I think this would be, I like this little sign. Or there's another bigger sign. Let me see if there'd be room. I think, no, I don't want to use that one. That's too big. Well, there's actually kind of 2 versions of that. There's 2 sizes of that big, of that sign with the pointy boards. They're just signs, right? Let's get in here and take this one. I'm gonna get in here. I want to be careful because I want to leave some of these little places that look like sand. I want to leave those for the parts that they go with. Oh, there's even a cute little cluster that looks like just the grasses. Or even that little fence. Maybe put a little bit more fence behind. I don't know, there's all kinds of things, right? We could just play all day. Diane, I agree. I agree. They remind you of little beach cottages. Well, the beauty of it is they could be just about anywhere, right? A little kind of and I have tried to make them so, you know, they have a little bit of a vintage feel, but not too much, so that they could kind of go, you know, any direction. And then the new things that I have started doing for like interiors and things like that for some of the collections, I kind of think they have this feel to me of kind of, you know, late 50s, 60s kind of vibe, which I kind of like that, because then they're not too, it's not too terribly old feeling, and yet it's not too modern. I've tried to find a happy medium, which is not bad in life, right? Find a strike of a happy medium. Well, now we've got a lot of words going on here. Maybe this was not the best choice. We'll give it an audition when I've got it out of here. What time is it? Okay. We're doing okay with our little folio. We'll make a little pocket too. That's the fun thing with a folio. You can just keep adding and adding and adding, right? Well, see, now I wish I had some green out there too. Okay, so if we put this here, well, that's not too bad. Or would we want it up here? We could put it up here. And remember what I've told you. You know, if something looks like you think it kind of is looking too big, pull it closer to you so that it looks like it's closer, and then the dimension doesn't seem so off. But I don't like that there. How about that? I kind of liked this for some reason, but I still wanted something else. I don't like that either. Me oh my. Oh, what about some... You guys, hang on a second. I gotta find some different scissors. Here's the sister pair to the other ones. Oh, thanks, Celeste. What was I gonna get? Oh, a starfish. I think like a starfish. You know, now that would be fun. Well, wait a second. Let's look and see. Oh, here we go. Maybe we can find a different little cluster that's already put together of some seashells. Okay, there's that one, and here's this one. No, that's the 2 pages. And what do we want to do with this? Do we want to put this up on top or down below? What do you think? I kind of like it better down here. What do you guys think? If I put it down here, maybe we could put these shells along the bottom. I don't know. You know, you just cut it out. Maybe put the sign on the right flap when you close it. Oh, you guys, I didn't even think about this. This is going to be closed. Well, that's no bueno. Why didn't I think of that? Below. I like it below. What in the world? Now it's just going to be peeking out. What was I thinking? I wasn't. You mean like this? That's cute. Oh. Well, I don't know. Oh, I feel like that's a fail. Oh my goodness. Well, you know what? I think we put this somewhere else is what I think. Maybe we put that in here at this point. Maybe we put this in here and put a pocket here. Or this is part of a pocket. We could do that. Or put it on the back. But I don't like it there. Or we could do this, you guys. We could just put it here and it could be part of the flap. Oh, I like that better. Let's just do that. And then when you open it up, it still is kind of cute under there. There's too many options. Too many options. But now I'm really disappointed in myself for not thinking of that. I did not think that through. It's been a while since I did one of those. Oh, look at this piece here. We've got this long skinny piece. You know, we could set that in there. Well, that's kind of fun. It doesn't exactly match there, but it was from that same piece of paper. That's kind of cute for a sister piece for that part. And then maybe make that just a little side tuck pocket there. I don't know what you'd put in there. That's awfully skinny. That'd be super skinny. Or we could even use that same piece and do a side tuck pocket over here. Oh, I don't know. I am not happy about this thing. I don't know. What do you guys think with that out there like that and kind of hidden away? What do you think? You think that's a no-go? Okay, I'm gonna wait and see what you guys say about that. Look what a mess I've got here. What do you guys think about that? Would you do it? Would you put it like that? Or would you completely move it to another spot? See, this is what happens. I spend all my time doing the stuff on the computer and making the stuff, and then I get ready to use it, and it's like, oh wait, what did I do? That is just sad. Although I do like, it could be kind of cute poking out there, and then you open it up, and then it's kind of a fun reveal. That is kind of cute. I don't know. I'm still waiting to hear from you. I'm waiting for answers. Somebody help me. Oh my gosh, where are my people? Put the house on the flap. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Linda. That might not be a bad deal. And then it's still, you still have your whole fun little thing, right? And then you've still got this real estate here too, and you could still put something there. I kind of like that. Let's do it. Let's do that. Okay. Done. Let's do it. The cottage overlapping on flat. Yep. I think so. It's probably all right. Whew. Thanks, people. Thanks for helping save my sanity. Okay, we're just gonna put some on here and then stick it on, and then we'll see. We'll see what we're gonna do with it. I like that. Okay. That's not so bad. Then we'll still have to do something here though, because then that looks kind of like then it was a mistake there. But I like it here. Let's do that. Just gonna glue that down now. I mean, and even if I didn't do anything else to that, I like it. Sometimes, you know, less is enough, I think. Okay, so now we've got that there, and now we can open this up. Oops, it's kind of crooked. Oh. Now it's crooked along this edge. Okay, don't tell anybody. Don't tell. Please don't say anything about it. Maybe no one else will notice. All right. So now we've got that. So now let's see what we could put in here. You know, now this would be fun to put the sign right here. Oh, that'd be cute. Because then when you open this part up, then you have that cute reveal of that sign. I like that. Let's do it. Let's do it. I don't know. I think we could even put this chair close enough. That'd be fun. Oh, you guys, why did I pick out? You know what? I'm not going to try to fussy cut around every bit of that, because that would be a lot. We'll just kind of go. And I did this to where it's not, it's got just a touch of kind of a cream color, so it's not just stark white. I gotta get some of this off of here. There we go. That always I find is helpful to just, you know, chop some off. Now sometimes you can just do a little bit that's a little bit closer. It's like faux fussy cutting. We'll just go around a little bit of it. Guys, I'm anxious to get out my brother's scan and cut and see how it does on some of this. You know, I only have used it for something like this just a time or two, and mostly because I don't have it in a handy spot. And you know what they say, when you've got things that are not in a handy spot, you're not really prone to use them that often, right? I think that's very true. It's true with stuff that you have in the kitchen, like kitchen appliances and just about anything. Okay. I don't even, just because of what that is, I don't think I'm going to ink around it. And then let's cut out this chair. Oops. This chair has got a basket handle in the way. Oh, dang it. I'll just cut this out a little bit. We're just dreaming it up as we go, right? Okay. So, although this isn't very, so far we don't have a lot of use here. We don't have many pockets or anything. You know, now that this thing hangs over here, I would almost put this in here like this and cut it small like this and make the tuck thing right there. Then you've got this much space. You can maybe tuck something fun in there, right? Okay, so this comes clear over here. Let's make a little mark so we know how far we've got. And that bugs me because that's not straight. Okay, so this, we've got clear over almost here and up here. And I can always erase these. Okay. All right, so we've got that much room. So we put that there. And put our little beach chair here. Except it's pointing the wrong way to our cottage, isn't it? I'm gonna put that there. And something else. Oh, I was thinking maybe the umbrella, that'd be cute. Maybe. Or I don't know, let's see. Well, this is, I like this one too. So, oh no, hang on. Put this here and put this here. This part this part can go down lower because it's covered up by the flap, I think. Sure is. Yep. Hi. I'm just going to glue it down. So our chair is like sitting in front of it. Oh, my chair's about to blow off again. All right. Who's up next? Cheryl, up next is going to be Christy from Funky Junk Inspiration. Thanks for reminding me. Okay, and then after that, then we've got Mama P. Cheryl's going to be our last person this evening. Just do a little bit of something here. I think we need a person, you guys. I think we need one of our people. We can put our bag down here too. Let's just, you know what? I'm just going to glue it on. Sometimes it's easier to just glue it on and then arrange your other stuff around it, right? You're very welcome. So we'll just put that there. I don't think I'll put it down there in case I decide to tuck something under there. Or maybe I'll just put this tiny bit of fence there. I like that. Okay. I don't know. Do you guys like to have a lot of use for your, you know, and you could use these and make a fun little journal for a trip. That'd be fun and keep some memories from a trip. Of course, a trip to the water somewhere. And maybe your beach is by the lake, not the ocean. Okay. Okay, there we go. We put a little bit of that there. And then no, she doesn't like that there. Oh my goodness. No. Nope. Not happening. Let's just glue that down. I should have done the umbrella. The umbrella would have looked cute tucked in there. Okay. Let's find like a little person. We probably have a person who's trying to decide where to go. Oh, this lady. She's got her shoes and she's ready. Oh, this would have been cute. Well, so we're going to put her right there. There she is. She's got her sandals off. You almost have to take your shoes off to walk in the sand, don't you? It's hard walking in sand with shoes on. Even sandals, I think. If I remember correctly. So she's going to be on her way to the beach. She's trying to figure out where she's going. She's left that cute cottage. It's almost like someone should be sitting here telling you in the chair. They're there to guide you. They're your beach person. Okay. Oh, Nicole, I hope I've got enough beach stuff to meet the requirements for tonight's pajama party. Okay. Well, she doesn't, she does not meet my idea of fitting. Oh, well, there, that's not too bad, but that's a giant sign. She's got a giant sign she's looking at. I think I will cut this right here. If I put this here, maybe I'll do this. I think I'll kind of even that up. And then just draw around this. Oops, I don't know though. That's not going to work. Let me put this here. And then I squiggled it anyway. You lived in New Hampshire for 8 years. You know, that is one part of the country I've never been to. I have never been back up into the real northeast part of the country. I just have not. I think New York is the farthest north that I've been, up in the northeast. And then I was at the Seattle airport once to change planes. I don't really think that counts. Okay. This, I think, needs a tiny bit off for a little pocket. And then I am going to go ahead and, no, I'm not. I don't see it. Thought I had a round punch, but that's not it. That is a different punch. Okay, we'll just go ahead and put this, and we'll just glue it on the 3 sides so we can make a little pocket. So just like a tiny little thin tuck spot pocket. Just because okay, so there's a little bit of a pocket there, so we can reach in there and use that for a little bit there. And then we've got these spots, like a tiny little waterfall. We can put something under there actually. Oh, that would be fun. We should put a pocket under there. Let's see, what time is it? Ooh, my time is almost over. You guys are probably like, thank goodness. Thank goodness. This has been interesting. This would be cute on this side. A little bit of the boardwalk. Let's do that. And I think I'll just, you know, I've got just enough time. We'll just make another. Oh, oh, that was terrible. What in the world? I don't know what that was. Okay, let's trim this off, and I'll just put it on the page is like a giant side tuck pocket, and that way we can at least get that much done, right? You guys, thanks for being here. Oh, I bet that is gorgeous. Celeste in the fall. How pretty. Well, Minnesota was pretty in the fall. Up in the mountains in Colorado was pretty in the fall. So, the one time when we moved down here, I got to experience basically 3 falls, and it was so fabulous. By the time I was up in Minnesota, and then in Colorado, and then pretty soon we had a little bit of color here, and it was just so fun. Oh, you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to make another flap here. Let's do another one where we do the outside flap, except this time I'll make it a little bit. I'm gonna do closer. It doesn't, you know, and it doesn't matter as long as it's straight, right? Oh, that my cutting blade's in the way. There. Where did I get the papers? They are a printable that I have available, and they're on my page. I put a link there on my page. Okay. There we go. I really should have, I should have turned it over, because that's the direction it should be if you're going to fold it this way when you score. When you make your little divot, you really want it to go out. So anyway, anywho, that will work. And let's just do our tiny little cut. I need something that does this just like, I mean, I don't ever need just a whole bunch. I just don't like them like that. Oh, Jolene, that is sweet. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, I bet. I know what you mean. You know, that's Diane, I know what you mean about the snow shoveling, and I tell you what, I miss winter. I miss really pretty days where it's, you know, the snow was falling and it's cold and beautiful outside. But I tell you what, I do not miss trying to not fall down, and also shoveling snow. Although we were lucky and had a guy tell us that no bigger than our driveway. Well, I mean, we had a good sized driveway, but we were lucky that he told us that, you know, not that big of a snow blower was plenty for us. And we went ahead and bought one. And I tell you what, and my husband and I, I spent my whole time thinking, oh, we didn't need one because, my dad had one that was like, if Daddy did anything, it was like industrial strength. Of course, he had a lot a lot of sidewalk and stuff to try to get done out there where they lived. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. Would you look at that? So, just in time, I got something done, right? Look at that. Okay. So, I got that a little bit too, my pocket's a little too close there, you guys. My inside pocket. I might have to take something and kind of try to trim that. Oh, thanks, Missy. I'm glad. Well, you guys, you just have fun and make it, right? It doesn't matter. And that's part of the fun of crafting is, just the making. That's the part I like, is the making. The doing, the dreaming it up. I'm probably more of a dreaming up project person than I ever am a finishing project person. Let's go over and see Christy from Funky Junk. I hope you're watching in the Crafty Bunch so that you can just refresh your page. And ta-da, she should be there. I will talk to you later. Bye-bye, you guys. Have a good night.